Guess what time it is? It's time for your morning tea. It's time for your morning tea. So I don't know where that little chant stemmed from, but it dropped into my spirit. I am loving it. I am keeping it, and now I'm sharing it. It's ours. So your morning tea today is catch my drift. The scripture that we are going to use is the race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, and I define the term drift. It means to be carried away slowly by a current or of wind or water, or a continuous slow movement from one place to another. Why am I focusing on this? Because sometimes, or some of us believe that we are not in a place that we should be. We believe that we're further along. But the only reason why we feel that way is because we're comparing our journeys to someone else's, and we have to stop. Comparison is of the devil. The path that the Lord chose you to go on at the pace that you're on is not compared to someone else's. Like, some people had to grow up much faster than you. I didn't. I am a late bloomer. We knew that we established that when I was like 15 years old. My friend Nikki said it to me, you're a late bloomer. And I thought it was cute back then. And then when I got in my 20s and everyone was surpassing me, I kind of started stressing out about it. Like, well, I mean, why am I not in this position? Now, 20 years later, now I'm finding peace in where I am. Because God had already known this. When you look back at Jeremiah 29:11, not January, but Jeremiah 29:11, God had already given us an expected end. Where I am right now, where you are right now, God had already expected it. Stop tripping about it. Seriously, stop comparing yourselves to others. What God required of them is not what He requires of you. And in some areas of your life, what God requires of you, He is not requiring of them. Stop comparing. You are where you are supposed to be. Find peace in that. Drift. You know what? The funny thing is that it says a continuous slow movement from one place to another. What we consider to be slow, God considers to be right on time. We're going at the right pace. You know, when you're in some areas, the speeding limit is 35 miles per hour. Some of us want to go 40, some of us go 45, some exceed that and go 60 miles per hour. Some, I don't know who, but some. Some. There are penalties for exceeding the speed limit. There are penalties for attempting to go faster than what you are supposed to go. If God set you at one particular pace, go that pace. I'm telling you, God will snatch you back and say, sit down, come back. You'll be playing a game of Mother May I. No, you may. Yes, you may. God, may I? May I move? May I get up? May I go forward? Can I go to the bathroom? Can I have something to eat? I'm playing now. But God needs to give us permission to move forward. Like, there is a set pace. Stop trying to increase that pace when it's not time to. When I was younger, my grandmother used to tell me that I was being fast. I was being fast because she knew the pace that I was at in life. And the truth is that she knew that I started hanging out with other people, because my pace didn't change until I started being around a particular crowd. I compared them to where I was, and I wanted to be like them, and I wanted to be where they were, and I wanted to just change my whole self. And that's not where I was supposed to be. By her being older and wiser, she told me to slow down. She called me out on my mess. And I appreciate it now. Back then I was tripping. But that's just like God. God will call you out on it. He will sit you down. He will stop you. He will place a roadblock ahead of you. Look for the signs. If you're going too fast, God will slow you down. Stop trying to go around it. You can't. There are some places where we're supposed to jump over hurdles. Then there are some things that those hurdles are really roadblocks. It's a detour. It's to slow us down. take heed. Stop comparing yourself to others. This race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. You are where you are supposed to be. You are where you are supposed to be. Stop comparing yourself. Got it? Good.